Society, and especially women, hate it when men are dating younger women.
What's up, family? This is Duke Smith. This is Uncle Duke Reacts. We're going to look at a video that's describing why society frowns upon older men dating younger women, as if that hasn't been happening since the beginning of time. And there's reasons that older men date younger women biologically, but it seems to be an argument every time. And older women have no problem dating younger men. Let's get into it.
Women have always traditionally dated older men. Now, what I noticed is in high school, when I was a freshman, a lot of the girls wanted to date juniors and seniors, right? And I'm pretty sure it was the same for college. I know it's the same once we become adults. But what I've also noticed is that now women who are a little bit older are on the internet trying to shame men who date younger women, right? Where they don't have a problem with older women dating younger men. Now, in my personal opinion, I think the reason for this is no different than the record industry. The record industry seeks out younger people, younger men, because they know they're not experienced and they're not mature, which means they're easier to get over on, right? So what I'm wondering is, why would a woman have an issue with a younger woman dating an older man, but they don't have an issue with themselves dating younger men? You do the math.
Well, first off, sorry to say that the math is not mathing, and the fact that that happens is because it's a double standard, and they complain about the double standard being one way when it really is the other. And that's all I can say about that one.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, Eddie Murphy, Jim Carrey. These are all examples of guys who have been bashed in the media for dating younger women. The media is in a frenzy about this, especially Leonardo DiCaprio. The fact that he is dating right now a 19-year-old woman.
Yeah, they definitely go hard on Leonardo for doing that, but you know, he's at a certain level, a certain caliber of tax bracket. He basically can attract a large percentage of women just because of his, you know, perceived power and fame and wealth. We got to take that into account.
Generally, it's always women have to look a certain way in order to be chosen. We've been conditioned to compete against each other to be chosen.
Yeah.
We have to have a certain body. We have to have a certain glow. We have to have a certain look. And I'll just speak in my category because I'm over 50. Once I get to this age, I start to lose that beauty, that youth, right? So the older men will start looking at the younger women, right? However, they're no different than me because they're losing the look, the body starts to go, and it's like, Negro. I want somebody next to me too. That's a trophy too.
You know, there's a few things I can say about that, but I'm just only going to touch on one. We don't view each other the same when it comes to the market value of the sexual market value of each other, because a woman's agency is beauty, a man's agency is utility and protection. So those are not the same. That's why men start getting more attractive as they get older, because they've taken all those years to build themselves up and to, you know, get to the level where they're attractive. And what makes men attractive is their resourcefulness, their ability to protect and provide. You know what I'm saying? And the looks, but that's not the first thing on the list. You get what I'm saying? So let's continue.
So I've been digging in and doing some research on this and looking at past articles that have come out and people's opinions on these celebrities dating younger women, especially Leonardo DiCaprio. And one of the things that they're upset about and that really disgusts them, so this is their side, okay? What disgusts the women about this is that he and other men who date younger women want power. This is what they say. They never talk about anything of attractiveness level or being attracted. I don't know, maybe they're not saying that because that's obvious, but they are mentioning power and manipulation. And this is mind-blowing to me. I don't know about you. Write a comment down below, and I'm curious what you think here on this specific part. I personally have never wanted to date a younger woman, nor have I been attracted to a younger woman, because I'm excited about this power I have over them or being able to manipulate them. And by the way, this is the words that I'm reading, and this is not something that I'm taking out of context. Thousands of guys that I've worked with and hundreds of thousands of guys who I've seen write comments and just basically share their opinion on this matter, I've never heard of them wanting to manipulate or have power over a woman. Now,
and this is very, very true of most men It's not true of all men, but it's true of most men, because we just don't look at women like that. You know, just to want to exert dominance and power over like that. You get what I'm saying? Because physically we're we're built, you know, we're more dominant anyway. So why would it's like a cheetah? A cheetah wouldn't race any greyhounds one time because it already knows it'll win. So why try to race, or why try to prove that it's the fastest when it already knows it is? That's one of those scenarios. But a lot of women are spinning the narrative that this is how men are perceiving things. We only want younger women because we can control them, or we can dominate and exert this type of force over them. And that's completely out of line. And it's not true for most men. I'm not saying that there's not men that don't do that, you know, but for most men, that is true. For, you know, that we're not looking to dominate women like how they thinking we are. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's, let's continue.
Of course, you might think, well, yeah, that no man is going to admit that. Maybe it's something that's subconscious or something that they know is kind of dark or evil, so they're not going to say something like that. Still, can't imagine that is one of the main reasons, if any reason, to want to date a younger woman. I don't even know what you would do with this power, by the way. I don't even know what you'd be able to do with this manipulation. I'm not sure what that does for a guy or why a guy would want that. So women and the media, I believe, have it all wrong. And what they have wrong is the reason why this is happening. Because there is a reason. There's a reason why men are attracted to younger women. There's a reason why celebrities are potentially marrying younger women and why it's all over the news. And the reason is very simply, and you know it, I don't even have to tell this to you. You understand because you're a man. It's because those women have a high sexual market value and those women are very attractive. Newsflash, men are attracted to younger women. That should be the headline right there. Oh my gosh, this is crazy news. Could you believe it? That this is even possible? Of course it's possible.
I definitely don't know who this guy is, but he is cooking right now, and he is telling the truth. Men are attracted to younger women because of their attractiveness, and it's a scientific reason for that anyway. Men are programmed to look for youth and beauty so they can have better offspring, so they know that their offspring will be attractive so they can continue to procreate. That's basically what that is. Just like a woman is attracted to a man that could protect and provide for her and has resources because she knows that will bring security. That's on her number one list above everything else, above your looks and everything. And these are biological reasons. So I don't know why women are not like getting this point. I think they know. It's just that they want to demonize people so they'll get them away from it. So that's why I'm bringing this information so you don't get played out of having a really good relationship with someone younger than yourself. You get what I'm saying? Let's continue.
You're dating younger women and you're kind of like damaging them at a young age. So now when we get to our 30s, we're completely damaged by an older man. And now we don't want y'all and y'all don't want us. The man is 40, 45, let's say. He has his money, his house. Now he got time to go live his best life. Now he wants to date younger women. Let's say a 21-year-old. Now he dates her for 4 years. While he's dating her, he's cheating with other 19, 20, 25-year-olds. You're damaging this young girl, right? You're causing trauma and damage that's going to cost her pretty much years to heal. Fast forward years later, she's 30. She's damaged. All because a 40-year-old wants to be living his best life after he built himself.
First of all, that sounds like a little bit of hate in your speech and in your tone. Second of all, who says the man would be cheating? Third of all, if that was your experience, boo-boo, we can't apologize for that. And you went right to the extremes, right to the worst to try to demonize it. Like I said earlier, we don't want to hear that. We don't care. Moving on.
And here's the real disturbing part about it and the annoying part. So let's talk about sexual market value for a second. Women, they have a high sexual market value when they are younger. That is when they are their most attractive. That's when they're most fertile. And men are going to be attracted to women who show signs of high fertility. It's just science. And women are going to be attracted to men who have a high sexual market value. And the high sexual market value for a man is generally when he's in his 30s, when he's already been able to have more wisdom, knowledge, wealth, and men tend to look more attractive as they get older. They do become more powerful when they're older, and women are attracted to men who have that power, not power over them, but power. And it's interesting, who's usually complaining about the fact that men are dating younger women? I bet you it's mostly women who are over 30, which is quite the double standard here, because when women are in their highest sexual market value in their early 20s to mid 20s, they probably don't have a problem with it because they're getting a lot of attention. But once their sexual market value starts to dip over the age of about 27, 28, they start to have a problem because, in fact, they are jealous. Well, this is sad because before 30, men have to go through a struggle of not having their high sexual market value. So it's much harder for them to be able to attract women. And there is a lot of data now that's showing this because it is completely skewed in terms of the whole marketplace in dating. What I mean is men now under 30, it's the highest amount of virgins that have ever existed. Okay, so that means that up until about 2019, the number of virgins under 30 men have tripled. One of the reasons because of that is online dating, mainly because a lot of the women are going for the top 20% of men and leaving all these other good guys out. So the competition for men is fierce. And now, once a man becomes over 30, hopefully more physically attractive, works on his wealth, works on his status, and he finally gets to attract and be with a woman who's younger, now we get crap for it. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's a very good point. It doesn't make any sense because back in high school, I know you hear the stories all the time because it's true and it's like universal. It's not even all anecdotal experiences. It's happened to a lot of people, a lot of men where they see like in their younger years, the women were dating older guys, the ones that already had their stuff established while you still was on your way to getting established. And that's what I meant by the resources and having that security. Basically, they see security. You know, I'm not talking bad about it, saying no this. It's just common knowledge. This is biological facts. And we would see all the women our age or all the young girls at the time, 17, 18, we starting to, get out of school. We started seeing them go for people that was out of college, already had businesses. So, and all these guys were over 35, maybe in their 40s. Once we all get to that age and we have a younger woman, probably in her mid-20s, preferably, is demonized. It's because they aged out of the sexual marketplace. And that's just a way to shame men from going after the younger girls so they can have more men to pick from themselves because their options are getting really slim. And that's how you can break it down. You got to read between the lines. That's why I say see beyond the veil. See beyond the veil. That's another little shameless plug. So y'all go grab that merch. Also grab the hoodie. Pain is the best motivator. Got the mugs, got the caps. Just go into the shop. Take a look around. Got some things in there for you. Ladies, we got some things for y'all too. Because it's 20% of y'all that watch this channel also. Let's continue.
You can be right all you want to. Men control access to marriage. And one of the major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine. You're too bossy. The older you get, the more money you make, the more education you have, the more resources you get, thereby inflating your estimation of yourself. But that estimation is not your sexual marketplace value. It is going down. That man, if he can meet your high standard, he can meet a lot of other women's standard as well. And here's the problem. There are hundreds of you, thousands of you. Why should he pick you over the one that can carry her own babies at 24 or 25 or 26 who are willing to get on his program, who don't have as many expectations as a woman your age?
First off, I want to say RIP to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. You're very missed down here right now because things are running wild since you've been gone. And now people are starting to wake up and see that you were actually doing a service for our community. And it's unfortunate that you had to pass, and then people see afterwards your value because he is absolutely correct. And I don't have nothing to say about that because he said it all. We're just gonna move it along.
So let's talk about Leo for a second. Okay, we understand why he's able to attract these women and why he consistently dates very attractive women. He's rich, he's talented, he's powerful, he's attractive. So he kind of has this golden ticket here where he can probably attract most women. I would even really throw out there, he can probably attract over 90% of women, probably even married women if he really wanted to. I bet you, and I know that you agree with me here, that if any man had that power, meaning he was able to have not power over women, but the power to attract more women, who do you think he would go for? I would take a wild guess and say probably the most attractive women that he could possibly get. And in this hypothetical case, he can get very attractive women. And who are the most physically attractive women? Or I can even say, who are the women who are maybe less jaded, more feminine, more exciting to be around? Probably women in their younger 20s to mid 20s. Now, I'm not saying that we as men are not attracted to women who are in their late 20s and 30s and 40s, but I'm just saying that these men who do have the ability to attract any woman they want, generally speaking, we know who they're going to go for. Just like a woman who might be in her high sexual market value, she's going to be going for the best kind of man she can get. And it's not going to be a guy who's 25. Probably going to be a guy who's going to be over 30, rich, powerful, has status. Women have always been attracted to older men and vice versa. You can ask any women right now if they would want a younger man versus an older man. You know that generally speaking, most of them are going to say older men. But of course, whose fault is it? And who does the media blame when it comes to something like this? Men. At least in 2023. Until that changes. We'll see.
Damn, there's a lot of things that changed since then, but you know, he's absolutely cooking. He's telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You get what I'm saying? Like this is the point. Why society is demonizing men is because the older women are jealous of men being able to date younger women. There are a lot of women who's dating younger men and nobody bats an eye. Nobody says anything about it. Nobody calls them a creep. Nobody calls them a predator. Nobody says anything about it. It's time to draw the line with a lot of these double standards. So let me know what y'all think, man. Am I bugging? Do you also see it that society kind of demonizes older men that date younger women? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And if you are one that is in a age gap relationship that is successful and it working, you know what I mean? Don't let people hate on your successes. Just keep shining it out to the world. Until the next time, y'all, I'll see y'all. Peace.